Hello, everybody, and welcome to, finally, another episode of Drunken Dragons. I am so excited. There's no announcements. I just really want to jump in. So let me unmute everybody here. Everyone say hi.
Hi.
Hi, yeah, they can see it.
Hi.
Cool.
Hi.
Alright, cool. So, let me just take a big swig here. Last time that we all got together, you guys...
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Wait, no, we can't do that. Last time on Drunken Dragon... I don't want to get sued.
It's over 5,000.
9,000? Get your memes right, woman.
Last time on
You watch
Drunken Dragons Z.
Our intrepid heroes headed to the mines of I don't have my notes up, and they were going to go save... Wow, I am like, why am I the one unprepared? Excuse me, sorry. And Empire Seamuth, Story of Seamuth, blah blah blah, where is it? Child kidnapped by kobolds, right. There was a kid kidnapped by kobolds, and you were in the mines of Kelma, I think.
Yes.
Not the mines of Kelma. You were in Kelma at a point. I forget the mine's name, but you're outside the mines. You killed a bunch of kobolds. We'll figure it out eventually where you guys exactly are. But you murdered a bunch of kobolds who were scared out of their hold in this abandoned mine by some kind of weird roar. And they were all ready to attack it. When you guys came by and asked them what's going on, they ordered you all to go in. And you guys didn't like that and slaughtered every kobold you saw. Being, the OP guys that you are. And the brave Tugnut and Bluke led Baelish and Riri into the mines, while Toughnut, due to her player not being able to join us, decided to keep watch on the outside, which will actually benefit you guys in the long run. Not to spoil anything, but it is helpful. And, alright, so what order are you guys going to go into the mines?
I'll go first because of my dark vision.
Okay. Who's following her?
I will, because I also have dark vision up to 60 feet.
Okay. And
Alright, then I guess I'm on the rear.
Alright, are you taking your dog in with you? Are you taking Cerberus?
Does my horse fit through?
Your horse can fit through, but do an animal handling check real quick.
So my horse, I'm actually going to
That 20
with the Bloodmancer, and since Bluke is riding Cerberus, I'm just going to leave that up to him.
Okay.
Bluke is taking Cerberus.
Alright, Bluke's taking Cerberus, and you got a nat 20. You can convince your horse to enter here with ease. So you're going to take your horse into the mines.
Yes, remember, he's bored. He wants adventure.
Alright. And with that, what was your horse's name again, Baelish?
Ember.
Ember. But that Ember just gives a big snort and follows you in as you trot in. And with your dark vision, you can see, because it is mid-morning as you guys enter, you can see actually pretty far in, but with your dark vision you do see a little bit farther. And as it goes, it's just a winding mine shaft with rails and wooden beams. None of the torches that are usually meant for light are on, mainly because it is an abandoned mine shaft. So you can see about, I would say, 100 feet before it dips downwards too far. So it's not the dark that's preventing you to see, it's the physical structure of the cave. So Baelish, what do you do since you're in front?
Can I sense any life forms in the immediate area?
Let me see here. I actually should have this in front of me. It's been 2 weeks. I am so ill prepared.
No, we're all. It's been out of whack lately.
It's okay, man. Life, the universe, and everything.
Oh yeah.
I would say do a. Hold on. Either an Arcana, Insight, Nature, or Religion check. And this is the one check of this you can make right now.
I will do Arcana.
Okay, go ahead.
it possible to do a danger sense outside of combat?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So which
10.
10. There is some magic, but quick, do an intelligence check because this will change your perception of it.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. It is unnatural. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you had failed that, you'd have been like, "Oh, you just assume it's the natural magic of the earth." Like that's what that was going to be.
Hey Riri, keep your ears open. There's some arcana magic going on here.
Okay.
All right.
Just keep heading down the path.
All right.
I'm gonna. Do I hear anything farther down?
Do a perception check.
Let's see. Where did it go? This is why you don't roll dice on beds. Okay, where's my other dice?
Did you just lose the die?
Do you have the dice tray? I was gonna say, do you have the dice tray with you?
Clear one. I rolled my basically clear one on the bed.
Oh, no.
Well then.
Okay. What am I rolling? Because
Perception.
perception.
Yeah.
Okay. So pages.
It's right on the front.
Yeah, but I have my old sheet here too.
Oh, I see.
Because why would I throw anything out ever?
Fair.
Okay.
The dungeon music.
Perception is 26.
26. Okay. Now, what you can hear and what you can see is that you can hear a scratching from the far distance. No, this is you straining to hear it. Some kind of like scratching, mild growls, and like movement from deep inside the caverns. Basically, just like creatures of some kind. And you also notice that the walls are slightly slimy, but you can't tell of what color.
Hey, Bluke, can you lick that wall?
Yeah. And Bluke licks it. Do a Constitution check for Bluke, Brian.
16.
16. Bluke immediately just spits it out and goes, rotten.
I was wondering what's reminded me of the homeland.
Tugnut, why is it everything foul reminds you of your homeland?
Well, I'm gonna have to take you there, and you'll see why.
I don't know if that's an invite we want to take you up on.
That's an invite you don't have a choice on. We're gonna go there sometime.
I mean, he's not wrong. So
I didn't even know that.
like y'all are each of you. We're gonna dive each into each of your backstories. Okay, I'm that kind of guy. So, you guys keep heading down to the mine shaft, and it finally bottoms out, and it goes it's like a cross intersection, one forward, one left, one right, and there's a little turntable of mine carts where like they're all on different tracks and a lever next to those tracks, with a torch like bearer in the center of some kind of angelic statue.
Can I do a perception check?
Yeah, sure. What are you trying to perceive?
If there's anything unusual.
Okay.
When I shoot my arrow, like my bow, is there any sort of light that follows down
Yeah, it's like a green, a light green, like naturey hue with every bolt. It's borderline looks like a magic missile, but it's a blue green.
So I want to take my bow and shoot down each path and see if I can see anything down it.
Okay. First, Tugnut, what'd you roll?
I got 7.
Okay. Yeah. This is a room.
It's nothing.
Yeah, this is a nice room.
It's in a room.
All right.
Nice statue.
Nice statue. All right. So which one are you shooting down first, Baelish?
Center one.
Center one. Okay. Roll a dexterity check. What'd you say?
11.
Okay. All right. You shoot green and it goes. Here. At the end, you hit a wall. You saw it was about 80 feet before you hit the wall. So you could see it just fine. But that just confirmed it. Now, which one are you shooting down? Left? Okay. What you're cutting out, Bree? What'd you say?
10.
10? Okay. About 300 feet, and you just hear the bolt kind of just fizzle out. It doesn't hit anything. Okay, so the last one's the right. Speak up! Oh, why does it keep cutting out on you? What'd you say?
10.
10. Okay, there. All right, 10. Same thing as the last one. It fizzles out about 100, 200 feet down.
So guys, it looks like, left or right's the longest path. Center's there's a wall down at the end, about 80
Well,
feet.
let's go center. I just start walking.
Okay.
I'm gonna move closer to that statue and take a closer look at it.
Okay. But we'll take
Can you
the...
describe it to me more?
Okay, do a perception check on it. What did you get on the statue, honey? Rainy?
18.
18, okay. So, what you see is, basically it's actually 4 statues in kind of like a square, each holding a torch, and it looks like they're walking to the left, each with one of these torches. Their faces are very worn out. One of them has a bit of a smile kind of etched in, but you can't really see much more. And their robes flown to the ground. They're very muddy and worn. Now, Tugnut, you come to...
Tugnut, hold on a second. Everyone in this statue is moving to the left. Maybe we should go left.
I can't hear you. I'm going on the...
So Tugnut makes it to the end of this room. And you, as you approach Tugnut, you can see that there's a bit of an archway in front of you. And then through that archway is kind of a T intersection. And right directly in front of you, against the wall, you can kind of see a burnt mark where you assume Baelish's bolt hit. And under it is a lever.
Oh, I pull the lever.
Okay, so you walk up. Are you going to look left or right?
Oh, I have to look?
I'm asking, are you going to look left or right?
No, I was just gonna look straight.
Alright, so you pull the lever, and behind you, a iron wrought gate falls where that arch was, locking you in.
Oh, that's neat. Hey guys, check this out!
You guys both hear the bang of the iron wrought gate, and you can see Tugnut just right behind it. Baelish, you froze.
Oh, she froze.
Yeah, she froze.
Oh, there she is.
There she is. She's back. Yeah,
Oh, no.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Tugnut,
No, not yet.
Just-
All right,
You're
now
good
you-
now.
think that maybe that's a trap that you're in?
Can I inspect the lever that's on this side of the gate that just trapped Tugnut?
Yeah, sure. You're intelligent enough to see that this lever is attached to just the track, and it's meant to just shift what cart goes to what track.
Gotcha.
As far as you can tell. Like, again, you can search for more information, but that's what you instantly get from looking at it.
Guys, the solution is simple. All I have to do is pull the lever again. I pull the lever again.
It snaps off the wall.
Oh, I can't help my own strength, guys, I guess. Whoops.
Tugnut, can you try to lift the gate?
Oh, let me try.
Do a strength check.
12.
It lifts about a centimeter, and then immediately you feel like a force push back down it, and it goes back into the ground.
Well, I could lift it, but you said there's some magic. Oh, Bunny, get over here!
Alright, Riri, what do you
You
do?
called.
See if you can sense anything with this gate, because this gate is like flimsy. I can lift this easily, but something's stopping me from doing it.
Okay. Let's see. Just like a detect magic kind of thing, or?
I don't know what.
An Arcana check would be the most appropriate, unless you can explain something else. And that goes for anything. If you can explain why you can use something, go ahead.
Arcana. 17.
There is no magic
Oh,
in
wait.
this door.
Oh,
Actually,
guess
it would
I-
be 20 because of the
Yeah,
the
then there's
proficiency bonus.
definitely you sensing no magic from this wrought iron door.
Huh.
Odd. Well,
There's nothing really around, it seems like. Look around that room you're in. Is there anything
Okay.
else in there other than your busted lever?
I'm gonna do a perception check.
Alright.
15.
Alright, so as you look around, there's two sides to this hallway. This tiny little hallway you're in. One of them has another lever. The other one has a wooden door.
Oh, there's a lever over here, but I have bad luck with leather, so I'm just gonna walk through this door, guys.
So
I make my way towards the door.
Alright. What you
Can I? So I have a normal bow
yeah.
and a hook. Can I shoot my bow with the hook and the rope to try to latch around it and pull the lever?
Yes, at disadvantage. I had to think about that. Because that's a trick shot.
It is. What kind of check is it though?
Dexterity, basically.
Dexterity?
A normal bow check, but disadvantage. What'd you get?
I had a good roll first too.
What is it?
I rolled a 16 and then I rolled a 3.
Yeah, you shoot it and kind of go thunk against the wall and like falls to the ground. And as you're pulling it back, Tugnut, what do you do to this door?
Oh, I open it. Nothing's stopping me.
As you grab... I'm so happy you did this. As you grab the door handle and turn the doorknob, you hear a large clunk come from above you. And as you look up, a little, like, trapdoor opens, about 8 feet wide. And it looks like a greenish mass full of bone and iron just slowly is starting to sink down onto you. And as it touches your head, you feel a slight itching, burning sensation as this jelly mass starts to encroach and surround you.
Tugnut, pull the lever.
Oh, it itches. Can I do a perception to see what's past the door?
You can try, but it's going to be a disadvantage because it's slowly taking over your head right now, this giant slime.
You said disadvantage?
Disadvantage, yes.
22.
22 at disadvantage. Nice.
20. I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, it's obvious that this drawer was a ruse to open this trap with this slime.
Tugnut, pull the lever.
And as you try to tell them your next words, you are starting to gargle on slime.
So I'm trying to find the lever and
It's
just
on
try
the opposite side of this.
I know, but I'm trying to find it. So I make my way over there. I'm just wailing my arms, and I try to hit the lever.
Do a strength check to see if you can escape the slime's grasp.
22.
You're able to slap yourself out of the slime, pretty much. And as you get up off the ground and you turn around, you see it now moving towards you with like a living intention. Slowly.
I saw this in a movie once, or in a play once.
All right, so you can make it back to the wrought iron door, which is about the halfway point, and then to the lever and back to the wrought iron door before the slime reaches at the door. Does that make sense?
I'm in front. Okay, I kind of.
So you're out of it. You can run all the way to the opposite side of the hallway and back to the door before the slime reaches the door.
But what about the lever?
Yeah, that's where the lever is at the end of the
Okay, yeah, I'll run for it.
All right. Are you just gonna flip the lever?
That's all I can do? Wait. Hold on. I guess that doesn't really...
I should turn on battle music.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Alright, so you flip the lever, and you feel a slight rumbling below you as you instantly drop into the spike trap that the lever opened. And you take past armor. It doesn't knock your armor off because this is just a flat like trap. 10 damage straight.
Okay.
Yeah, this won't disrupt your ultimate armor ability. It just does.
Okay.
And now you're about.
Ow!
You're in a spot about the hole you're in is about a foot taller than you are.
Okay. Is the slime still coming after me?
Yes, it is. The slime.
Oh, guys, I could use some help here.
And Baelish and Riri, you now both see this slime starting to seep into the center area of this T section.
I'm gonna just shoot a ray of frost at the slime.
Right on, go ahead. Wisdom check it up.
$12.
12. All right, you're able to slightly freeze it, and it's growing, and it's stopped moving for now. Baelish,
So the lever that's in our room just changes the position of the cart.
as far as you can tell.
Hey Riri, do you think we should just pull this lever?
Riri?
They can't get my storage skin it.
Oh, that was a bad thing to say. I go and pull the lever.
Okay, so you run back, pull the lever. By the time you get there, the slime is now halfway. It's shattered itself from the ice. It obviously looks smaller now, not filling the entire room, but it's halfway.
I pull myself up out of, because you said it's only a foot taller than me.
Yeah.
So I just pull myself up.
All right, do a
out of
strike check at disadvantage here. You just have to make a pretty easy one, but you're still hurt.
6.
Okay, you make it. It was a
Okay.
5 you had to roll beyond, but you make it up. As Baelish runs back and pulls the lever, the 4 minecarts turn along with the statues and lock into place, and the gate opens up.
Thanks,
Get your
guys.
butt out here.
Oh, I'm going right through.
All right, so quickly do a dexterity check. Tugnut?
Who?
Tugnut does, because he's running past the slime.
17.
17. Okay, the slime lashes out at you, barely missing as you dodge roll back out.
I thought the slime was. I thought the slime was behind me, chasing me.
No, it was in front of you as you ran out of the door, because you were running towards it to get out of the door. It
Okay.
misses you, and you're out. Now the slime is shifting its perspective down the hallway towards Riri.
I'm shooting a
and Bailey.
fireball at it.
Okay. You don't have to roll for this one. The slime absorbs the fireball. All right. What do you guys do now?
I play my flute to try to ruse it.
All right.
Performance check.
Yeah, do a performance check.
19.
You play a beautiful. Hold on. One second. Let me see if this is even worth it. No. Wait. Actually, yes, it is. So, all of you look as Tugnut whips out his flute. And he proceeds to whip this song out of his butt. You can see him dancing, getting ready. As he eyes down the slime and puts his little flute to his mouth. And then plays. If it wants to get there, you know. The slime slowly starts to melt and subdue. You see bones, a few old armor pieces that have been eroded by the acid, and a little sad face appears in the slime's like membrane as it like moves towards the ground, and you hear a little come from it as it melts into the ground and slowly dissipates like dew drying in the hot air. And then it is eventually gone. So anyway, you beat the slime.
I knew it would work. It always works against slimes. I don't know why I didn't think about that earlier. Anywho, all right, let's go figure out these statues.
So.
Wait. Hold on, real fast. Can I do investigation check on the residue? Like, if there's anything I can get from it, or not investigation check? Investigation. Just to see if I can loot anything from the slime.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. By the way, you're echoing in Bree's mic again.
Oh, that's because I'm just talking too loud.
Oh, you're fine. You be a slime. You can be excited.
Okay, well, I got one, so.
Yeah, there's bones and like mostly destroyed armor pieces.
Oh,
The
time
slime
to
spores
go do the deed.
available?
Is the statue still pointed to the left or no?
The statues are still all pointing to the left. Like they're.
So I think we should go left.
What'd you say, Rainy? You wanted to try something else?
Oh, I can't remember. But I was gonna say, Tugnut, I was thinking we go left unless you wanted to go ahead and check out the right one. You know.
Oh, I'll check out. I'll do whatever, but I just want to kill some shit. You know, playing the flute is just a natural, thing that I do. But
apparently.
Yeah.
All right. So which way are all of you going?
To the left.
To the left? Tugnut?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them.
Okay, left.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'll follow you.
let's go left. It does look like this goes down farther into the mines. And about 300, 400, 500 feet, it finally dips pretty far down. And you guys enter a new room. Now, the darkness in here is a little bit more intense. It's not just regular darkness, it's advanced darkness. So...
Ooh.
So, who has dark vision?
I do. Up to 60 feet.
Okay. And Bree Bree, you as well?
Yeah, I have dark vision.
All right. And Bluke does as well. So does Cerberus. Riri, do you have dark vision by chance?
I don't think so.
Okay. So you can't really see more than 2 feet in front of you right now, unless you were to have a light source, which would also extend everyone else's view.
I mean, I could pull out one of my arcane torches. About 1,000 of those.
All right. Go ahead and pull one out.
So I'll use that.
All right. And now
I pull out my arcane torch too, just 'cause. Oh no, never mind. No, I won't.
Okay. So as you pull that out, the room illuminates in a bluish green glow, and you can see it's like a circle-like room, completely carved out, nearly smooth domed, and it dips into the center. It's just sand that's going into a center-like hole, but not really. I don't know how to best describe it. I'm the worst DM ever. It dips into a center point. Really, about 80 feet down.
Like a cyclone?
More like
Like a sand glass?
kinda, but it's all very like fine. It's all like if you were to touch the sand, it would just fall directly to the center of the room.
I wonder what happens if I do this. I toss my arcane torch into it.
Okay. It falls and hits the center and sucks down.
Is there like any other like doors or anything on like the opposite sides of the room?
Nope, it's completely smooth domed.
I feel like I read this one time with some magic folk trying to go into something, and all they had to do is be calm to go in. So, Luke, do you want to join me?
Do a persuasion check. Like either you can do an intimidation to get Bluke to join you.
I'm gonna do persuasion.
Okay.
Oh, not 20. So
Bluke's like, yeah! As he starts to ride Cerberus in.
Yep. I carry him and Cerberus, and we just jump right in.
Okay. And as you guys go, the sand quickly grabs you all and pulls you to the center and down. Baelish and Riri, Bluke, Cerberus, and Tugnut are gone.
Where's Riri? Did she jump?
No, she's there with you. But Baelish and Riri, you guys see that they're gone. Sorry, I misspoke.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I misspoke. Just Cerberus, Bluke, and Tugnut are just gone, as far as you guys can tell.
I turn to Ember. I'm like, hey, you want to follow?
And Ember makes like that same snort. Do it check to see if you know if he says okay or not, because you don't speak horse. Yeah, it seems like he wants some oats.
I pull some oats out of my pack and give him some.
And he eats those oats.
I jump on Ember and urge him into the sand.
He kind of just doesn't move. Like he walks like left to right slightly, but he doesn't move forward into the sand.
Hey Riri, what do you think?
I'm gonna use detect thoughts and see if I can, sense our buddies that just went down in the center.
Yeah, you can easily. You don't even need to roll for that. You can detect them about 200 feet down.
Okay, what do I detect though? Because I'm detecting
very
thoughts,
little, because you're
so.
detecting Tugnut.
What?
You're detecting thoughts.
Yeah, you're detecting
You're not
thoughts.
detecting very many thoughts because you're detecting Tugnut.
It'd be completely different if I didn't take that sleep potion to the dome.
Yeah, that's true. Imagine a genius Tugnut.
Well, at the very least, they're not dead.
No.
I think what to do.
We could just dive in and
Yeah,
worry
my
about
horse doesn't
whatever
wanna-
horribleness is once we get in there.
My horse doesn't want to dive in. That's the problem.
So
That's what sucks when you can't, talk out of character. Because I have so many suggestions, but you can't say shit.
if you talk
I'm gonna
out
look
of
at the horse
character,
and just
it
say,
just
"Follow us if you want," and I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
okay.
ahead and jump in the hole.
I jump off Ember and I pull out more oats and I'm like, if you want these, I guess you have to follow, and then just jump backwards into the sand.
do an animal handling check real quick.
Nat 1.
Yeah, your oats, actually, you drop them in the sand as you jump in. Yeah, sorry, you lose all your oats. So remove those from your inventory.
It's okay. I have most of the oats.
Okay,
So.
good. And are you jumping in as well, Riri?
I jumped in before, like,
Well,
I
misheard.
What?
Okay, I misheard. Sorry. Jeez. All right, so you're all jumped in, and you guys fall, but softly, about 200 feet into another room, with sand just pouring from the ceiling into a single spot. And you see Tugnut, Bluke, and Cerberus staring at what looks like a giant sleeping owlbear.
Did Ember follow or no?
No, Ember did not follow.
How do I get the feeling I lost another horse?
Don't worry about it. And by the way, you're the one who took the horse into the mine,
I
Ember
know!
wanted excitement. Ember's
To be-
probably having a great time.
To be fair, I would have made like a totally different suggestion, because you ride on horses.
Mm-hmm.
I was riding the horse. The horse didn't want to move. Ember's stubborn.
Yeah.
If the horse doesn't want to move, it's not going to move.
I didn't know you were riding. It didn't sound like it.
I
Because you
was,
jumped backwards into.
yeah.
Okay.
I had gotten off and was just trying to coax it in then,
Dirty.
and he still didn't want to go.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are looking at a giant sleeping owlbear, and there's several eggs right at its beak.
I just got hungry all of a sudden.
Oh god.
I just realized I actually also have dark vision.
Oh, you do have dark vision. Okay, yeah, you can see this owlbear as well.
Just
So-
let you know, like, I'm looking at my sheet going, oh, hey, look, I do have it. Oh, hey, look, I have this too. Oh, yeah.
I want to do a perception check in the room.
Sure.
23.
All right. As you look around and take a deep breath in, you do smell the iron of blood everywhere. You see several half-eaten bodies throughout this place. The owlbear is of unusual size, even for an owlbear. And there's also 4 out of the 12 eggs there that are hatched. But you don't see the babies.
I met one of these once before, back in the homeland. My dad was really good at killing these, but he never taught me. And something is odd, if you guys can see, which you probably can't, because orcs have dark vision, that not all the eggs are there. This is odd. Something isn't right, and that's a really, really big bird.
It's also
Bear.
sleeping.
Bad.
So quick,
Owl.
do a just roll a d20 for me, real quick, after you've said all of that.
7.
The owlbear moves and shifts a little bit.
Hey Tugnut. I whisper. I'm like, hey Tugnut, you may want to shut up before you wake it up.
I'm gonna
Shut
look
up for
around.
what?
Can I see like any evidence of like the kid that we're looking for?
Yes, but first, Tugnut, roll another d20. But for a stealth check this time.
Stealth?
Yes.
Oh, 20.
All right, cool. So you're fine after questioning Baelish. You're still okay. You can do a perception check as well, Riri.
I want to do a perception as well. Wasn't it? 10.
10. Okay. Riri, what'd you get?
22.
22. Okay. Baelish, you don't see much, but your eyes are just fixated on, like, the sharp beak and the closed eyes of the owlbear. So much so, you don't see what Riri sees a little past that. Within its paws, there is a young man about 20 years old, shivering and looking like he's starving. He's alive, but he's shivering.
I whisper, guys, I think that might be the kid who in the house.
Okay, quick, do a stealth check as you say that.
All of us, or just her?
Just her. Owlbears have exceptional hearing and perception.
18.
18, okay, you're still okay. But you guys are a little bit pushing it.
Can I sense anything else around the room?
Do a nature check. What'd you get?
I'm making up for those good rolls I had in the beginning. I got a 5.
You can't really sense much.
How high up is the ceiling above the owlbear's head?
About 200 feet.
Okay, that won't work. So,
I want to help.
I have an idea because I have an elven staff and it controls any creature level 10 or lower. It gives me +6 to persuasion and nature. But I also don't know if it's a good idea to wake it up.
Yeah, you don't know, yeah, and you don't know what, like, because you won't ever actually know the level of another creature. You'll obviously know if it's stronger or weaker than you guys. I will say this owlbear looks like it's equal or stronger than Tugnut.
Oh,
In like raw power.
easy money.
Oh, God.
Easy money.
Oh God.
Easy. That's nothing.
I kind of lean over to Riri. I'm like, should we just go for it, Riri?
Tugnut, you're like raw power. You're a freaking freight train, just so you know.
Who freaking
Yeah,
cares?
but what happens to an immobile when an unstoppable force happens to touch an immovable object?
Hey guys, I think we should all attack it all at once to get because it's asleep and get the most damage on this.
Hold on, wait. I have an idea. Just wait. Hold on.
You guys can't see my face. I can make faces to the screen, and then you can rewatch my reaction.
Oh,
To
I can see your face just fine.
Oh yeah, you have the stream up.
I got an idea. Hang on.
What's your idea?
I scream out.
The owlbear its eyes instantly pop open and it stands on its two back legs. Head moves 360 degrees around and then back again, looking like an owl. It's about 2.5 times the size of Tugnut when it stands up, and all you hear is a deafening "oh," And
I pull out my flute, and I try to not subdue it. Just I try to calm it down to let it know that we're just trying to take the boy.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, do it. Performance check, alright? I didn't know I have to look up 2 of these.
8.
So as Tugnut decides to blow his horn or his flute into the owlbear, this is what you guys hear. He starts dancing back and forth. And you guys can tell this is not good as the owlbear instantly locks eyes on
And I'm dancing around in a circle around. Dancing around in a circle around it as I'm playing.
Okay. And instantly, the owlbear roars like a bear. All of you roll initiative real quick. Don't tell me what it is until I get my paper and pen out. Every goddamn time!
I'm a genius on the battlefield.
We could have had a really, really good shot there.
The best shot is one that will kill them.
Alright, Baelish, what did you get?
20.
Nice. Tugnut, what'd you get?
20.
20. Wow, okay. Riri, what would you get?
3!
Nice! And
Hawking in the background.
the owlbear cubs get... Okay, cool. Okay. So... hold on. Tugnut, then... that, and then... that, and then... Riri. Okay. So, Baelish and Tugnut, as you both see this thing roar, what do you do?
No, I'm still playing the flute because nothing's happening to me.
Okay.
So I'm still walking. I'm playing the flute around them in a circle.
Okay. Baelish, what are you doing?
I have... Okay. Oh, I thought I had a... Action, never mind. Okay, so so is its head up right now?
It's looking downwards at you and Tugnut. Well, mostly Tugnut as he... And it's following him as he's bouncing.
Okay. I take my bow, my radical bow.
Nice.
And is he still holding the boy?
She is not. She's above him, though. And as you look down, you see 4 tinier owlbears, roughly the size of Riri, staring at him. Don't spoil anything, Ted. Don't spoil it.
Okay. I take my bow and I how many owlbear cubs?
4.
4 of them. I want to get them away from the boy, so I fire off 4 quick shots at each of the bears.
4 shots at each, or 4 shots in total? 1 at each.
In total is 1 at each.
Alright, do 4 dexterity checks.
12 is the first one.
Okay.
19 is the second. 12 is the second one, or third one.
Okay.
And nat 20 on the last one.
Okay. So, 2 of the shots hit. So, the bow goes, yeah! Wow! As you shoot 4 shots out instantly, 2 just splay off into the distance, because, shooting 4 shots is quite difficult. The other 2, one hits a small owlbear in its wing/paw, and the other one goes through the eyeball of roll damage for those 2.
I don't have damage for my radical bow.
Okay.
What is...
It should be 1d8 plus your dexterity modifier.
Is... Not that one. This one. Oh. 4.
4?
Am I only doing it once?
Oh, you're doing it twice. For each one that you hit.
4 and 10.
10. Okay, and then you get critical damage on the second owlbear, which instantly kills it. Because it doubles your damage there for that d20, which is awesome. So that little owlbear's head just explodes and it falls to the ground. You do injure the other baby owlbear, which then instantly gets the attention of the mama. It is no longer paying attention to Tugnut. It is now paying attention to you, and it hunches down in a guarded position. Yes, Tugnut?
Over here! Over here!
Now,
I put away the flute.
okay. Now, the other 3 owlbears see that one of their siblings has died and the other one's injured. So they turn towards you, Baelish, and the injured one starts running on all 4s towards you. The other 2 actually jump at you. They can't fly, but they're jumping pretty much flying at you. And 2 of them, what's your armor class?
14.
14? Okay. So first one jumps and latches onto your left shoulder. The second
But I have uncanny dodge.
what's that again?
Reaction. If I see the attacker, I can do half the damage.
Yes. Yeah, you will dodge out of the way and take half damage. But
Okay.
damage has to occur first. So first one does latch onto you. Second one misses because of your uncanny dodge. And the third tiny one that's running at your legs, also you dodge out of the way. But that one that got your shoulder does 12 damage, so you take 6. And then the owl bear herself swipes at you, Baelish, jumps over Tugnut's little circle he's making, and swipes at you with... yeah, it hits you. And does 6 full damage. You've already used your uncanny dodge this time, so you take this 6 full. Now, it does have a second action, and is going to use Roar.
I didn't get to use any of my actions. All I used was...
Remember, you gotta remember them. I'm not gonna keep those up for you. But this
No,
one,
I did. I just the first thing I would yeah. It's not that I had forgotten them. I just
no worries, no worries. It roars now, which then you see the feathers and fur on his haunches stand up, as well as the baby owlbears. They all have that stand up. Riri, what do you do?
First, I shoot the dog that's sitting next to me and I'm really enjoying their squiggy toy.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no, Cerberus is gonna take damage?
No, not Cerberus. Bailey.
Don't forget to use Blue. I remember that.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Okay, so
That's dumb.
sorry, I have a dog squeaking at me. 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Trying to get it away from her.
I like that the dog in my room is sleeping.
Ah! Yeah, well, the dog in your room is pregnant, so.
Yeah, that's true. She's still pregnant. Still bad.
Did you show her
No,
to everybody?
not yet. And I don't want
Okay.
to disturb her.
Oh, okay. All right, later then. Okay. So, sorry, because the dog was squeaking a bunch. I missed a bunch of what happened. So, what are we at currently?
It's your turn. The owlbear and the 3 remaining owlbear cubs are all attacking Baelish.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to use hallucinatory terrain to make it look like they are in an empty room.
Okay.
Like the owlbears can't see anyone.
All right. So go ahead. It turns out the owlbears. Let's see here. Is there a resistance that they have? Hold on. Let's see. No, they do not. Okay. So they now see it as an empty room.
And it's a nat 20.
Yeah, that one just works. That power, just in general, it just works. There's no roll for it. And
Okay.
so they all like stop in their confusion. The tiny one on Baelish's arm falls off and is like kind of just looking around. They're all like walking, kind of like owls do, but with like bare arms. And for a brief moment, you all think it's adorable.
Are any of them close to me?
Yes, the small cubs are.
Can I do a second thing?
Not an attack. Or actually, yeah, you have an attack. Yes, that first one does not count as an attack. It's just a spell you cast.
If there's one close to me, then I'm going to place my hands around its neck and use burning hands.
Okay. So this little tiny owlbear, about your size, is just like waddling right past you, and as you grab its neck.
God, I'm a monster.
Yeah. It instantly breaks the spell on it, and its face turns you. For a brief moment, it's cute, but you also know it is a wild creature. So you use burning hands. What's the damage you do on it?
What do I roll for the damage on that one?
I think it's 2d6.
Okay.
Spells are weird. Some of them require rolls, but others don't.
8.
8. So you do 8 damage to this owlbear cub. And it screeches very loud. And as a reaction, swipes its hands up towards where it feels the burning. And what is your armor class?
I'm armor class 15.
Okay.
Because I have my extra 15. Sorry, I have an armor class of 10 plus the extra 15. Plus I put a shield on earlier, which is.
Yeah, it doesn't hit. It kind of rolled poorly. So it's swiping and it's not hitting you. But your hands do come off a bit to dodge out of the way of its little things. But the illusion is now broken for this particular owlbear and the mama after hearing its screech. So
Okay.
Now Baelish, Tugnut, you guys get to go.
Go ahead.
Okay, how am I looking against the owl? Like, is the
You're
owl
behind-
like I'm behind it?
Yeah, you're behind the big owlbear, in between the owlbear and the man.
Okay, I go. I tell Bluke to stay with the man with Cerberus. Bluke, just stay there and make sure the boy doesn't get hurt. I'll be back.
Yes.
And then I jump on to the owlback with both Bloodbane in one hand and Drake Sword in the other, and I try to stab its back, and then use my natural weight to like just drag myself down its back. And yeah.
All right, do a strength check to jump up on it, and stab. So that's one whole strength check. If you succeed, you get to do this.
10.
10. No. you miss. Nothing fancy. You just miss. It moves out of the way as it's turning towards its child.
Okay, and then I'll just throw Drake's sword, because it has boomerang properties,
Okay.
at the kid or at the child that it's going for.
Okay. Do a dexterity check on that.
14.
14. Barely missed. Like it
Fuck.
yeah, it missed by that much. And then it comes right back to your hand. I'm sorry.
Man, this is like the worst session I've ever had.
I know, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Well,
For rolls,
for my last action, then I'll just start trying to run towards the back of the owl to try again. Just like on my way of, while Baelish is doing whatever.
Baelish, what are you doing? With your mic muted, by the way, what are you doing?
Do I have a clean shot at the other cub?
You have a clean shot at all of them.
I fire off 2 arrows at the closest cub.
All right, the closest cub to you is the one right at your feet, kind of just like looking around because it can't see you currently. So do a dexterity check at advantage because it can't see.
Nat 20.
Nice. You hit it right on top of its head. How much damage do you do?
And 4.
Wait, how much was that? Total? I just heard 4.
9.
9. Okay, cool. So, alright. It's not dead, but it's close. It immediately falls to the ground, gets up and starts waddling away from you, scared, because it now can see the illusion is broken for this one. And it goes back to the man, where Blue is, and Cerberus, and Meg. And now, this particular owlbear walks up to the man, very hurt, and the man goes, "Oh god, again!" And it starts pecking at the man's head as hard as it can. And, okay, Blue does get a reaction on this.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because you set him up for it.
Also Cerberus, right? Because he's still on Cerberus.
Yeah, he is on Cerberus, so Cerberus does as well.
So, it's the big one or the small one that's pecking?
It's the smallest one that was already previously injured.
All right, so Bluke is riding it and has Cerberus charge at the owl with silver sword drawn and ready to swipe away.
Okay, and Riri, is Cerberus going to do any specific type of attack as well?
He's going to let out a howl.
Okay.
Of that to instill fear into his enemy as he bounds forward, and then once he reaches the owlbear, he's going to lash out with his teeth and grab a hold of it.
Okay.
Try and rip like a leg off or something.
Okay, each of you do an attack with advantage for your respective pets. Because of the health.
20.
20. Alright, cool.
18.
Alright, neither of you have to roll for damage. Just let you know. But the owlbear does get 4 pecks in before either of you guys either of you guys get to it. But as they do, Cerberus jumps up, bites the baby owlbear on the neck as Bluk chops its head off, instantly killing it. And then Bluk looks down at the guy whose brains are all over the floor and goes, "Ugh, he dead." Now, the other two owlbear cubs, one is now quite angry with Riri and proceeds to leap at her. And misses, because he's a little delirious from being burnt. And the other owlbear cub that was once attached to Baelish's arm tries to bite her in the ankle. But actually, he can't see. He just wanders around like a dirt. He's still wandering around, not really realizing what's happening. However, the owlbear herself, not the owlbear cub, the owlbear herself, again, attention diverted to her now decapitated cub, lunges herself at Bluk and Cerberus. Seeing Bluk chop off the head of her cub, she immediately is distracted with him. Not so much Cerberus at all. So she definitely hits Bluk. That is beyond 30. So I rarely say numbers. I'm just like, holy crap.
His armor class is 11 and his HP is 20, though.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this was for armor class. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't rolled damage yet. No, don't worry. Damage is she pounces Bluk off of Cerberus and pecks him right in the chest, doing 6 damage.
Okay.
Rolled low on damage. Riri, what do you do?
What's closest to me?
The tiny little owlbear right behind, that leaped and you dodged out of the way. It is trying to turn around and attack you again.
Okay. I'm just going to do Ray of Frost again at it.
Okay. This time do a wisdom check on this one. I'll explain why.
Because an owlbear is a cold environment
Yeah,
creature.
it's resistant to this, so it needs a check.
Yeah, never mind. Let me do something else.
What?
Because I wasn't thinking when I decided that. I'm just gonna do Fireball instead.
You're doing what instead?
Fireball.
Okay, this is your one take back. But okay, so you do Fireball.
Hey, it was because you worded that.
Alright, you still have to do a wisdom check on this one. You each get one take back. We'll just throw that out there.
20.
20. Okay. So it hits it right in the chest. Do your damage. I think it's 3d6 for that.
Six, 5, 3.
Okay, yep, that kills it. It instantly turns into smoked owlbear. Feathers and fur all gone. Completely gone. Now, this is wild. Baelish and Tugnut, it is now your guys' turn again.
So I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I tried to do before, and try to jump off and do the, dual.
All right, do a strength check on the, because you guys haven't damaged the owlbear herself yet, so.
12.
God. You miss.
Yep.
You miss again. Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. So this time, I'm going to throw Drake's sword at the owlbear's on back of the head and try to just stab it with it.
Okay. Go ahead and do a dexterity check on this one.
5.
You freaking miss, man. You miss. It goes flying into the air and instantly comes back to your hand. And you literally hear the sound whiff.
Okay. And then I go into rage because this pisses me off. So.
All right, you're in barbarian rage. But now it is Baelish's turn.
Yes, that's fine.
You're muted, by the way, Baelish. It's okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to make it so that...
I do a reckless attack
Oh, never mind.
towards the bear.
I'm sorry. He's doing a reckless attack. God dang it.
16.
You hit! Yay!
Oh yeah!
You hit it! You hit the owlbear! What are you hitting it with?
Oh, both my swords. I got them both in my hands. So both
roll.
Bloodbane and Drake Sword.
Roll all of the damage.
Okay, so here we go. So,
Oh, finally, jeez.
Advantage on initiative. 1 per combat roll advantage, d12 on top of that. And then when enraged, do a third attack. Does Frenzy also work on top of Reckless Attack?
I'm a cool DM, so I'll allow it.
So this technically means I attack 3 times in this one turn. With both my swords.
Yup.
Okay, so first attack.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, Baelish, I thought you were gonna do something.
First attack. Drake Sword is 11.
Okay.
Wait, I get to roll d12 too.
Yes.
Plus 9, so that's 20.
Okay.
Drop my dice. Hold on, I gotta get the
One
other.
shot
I
this
have to get the. I have to get the other dice for this. Hold on. 3d6. So 1 is 2, 5. So that's 10 plus a d12. 12. So that's 22. All right. Second attack. All right. Drake Sword. That is 6 plus a d12. So that is 15.
It's dead.
Second. It's dead.
It's dead. You one-shot the owlbear. Like freaking Tugnut.
Like I could keep going.
I know, but I'm just like scratching off the numbers as you tell them to me. I'm like, all right, let's go. It's dead.
I mean, I can still keep attacking it, and it's just.
I mean, in your barbarian rage, you're now punching mush.
Yeah.
All right, let me switch back to.
Pissed off Tugnut.
Second time. That's my second whiff. That's my second time I missed. Okay, and second time I missed jumping too. So.
So, were you planning on making that into soup, Ben?
What?
Like, it seems like you're trying to go for the texture stew, but I don't know if you realize that a lot of people usually, like, clean the meat after they
It's
kill
fresh.
it.
It doesn't need to
it
be
into
cleaned.
mush.
It's fresh. It doesn't need to be cleaned. Bluke, I hope you're hungry.
Okay.
Just saying. Just saying. Don't piss me off, guys. And also, even more importantly, don't make me get pissed off at myself.
You wouldn't like him when he's angry. I searched the owl to see if there's anything I can find.
You said 8 pounds?
6. No, I had such good rolls at the beginning, and now my rolls are just shit.
No, I made great. I actually rolled like 3 20s today. However, they're not where I need them. Actually, 2 of them were out of inconvenience, if anything.
I go over to the boy. Search him to see if there's anything I can find to give to his father. Well, may not be the boy we were looking for.
Alright, everybody, we're waiting for everyone to get back. My wife is back, but we're gonna be waiting for Bree and Brian. I hope you guys are enjoying the story this fine day. We attempt to do this every Monday. If not, just normal stream. Hey! Lilu! Stop! New puppies growling and everything, which is always a good time. Lilu, go sit on your bed. Sit on your bed, little one. Yeah. Freaking Tugnut one shot the mini boss of this dungeon lit. You know, just those things, man. It's just those things. But we will be getting back into it in just a bit. We're just taking our break right now, so everyone can stretch, get their drinks, all that good stuff. Then when they get back, we'll jump back into it. Let's get this party started. Man, we've been going for about an hour now. Just to sum up, Claw, since you just got up here. Woo! Our party went down into a mine shaft in search of a noble's son. They found a trap with a slime and a pit of spikes that Tugnut fell into. They somehow got out of it, then went into a lair of an owl bear and her 4 cubs, and Tugnut one-shot the owl bear. So that's just great. That's just absolutely great. Oh, I should shut off the sound effects for tonight. I totally forgot to do that. Real quick here. How do I get into the dungeon? You had a freaking owl bear, sir. Sound files. Boink. There we go. Sound files off. Just because I don't want anyone screaming at me. But yeah, it's been a good night. Says you. No, says me, man. Says me. Yeah, tonight's been fun. It's good to play D&D every once in a while. It goes good, Claw. How goes it with you? Oh God, we have a watermelon white claw. This is not okay. This is not okay. I'm gonna try to get rid of this as quickly as possible. Oh my God, I see a Navi. I see a little Navi.
Puppy stream.
Yeah. No, she was running through a hallway. But yeah. I'm still shocked that Tugnut one-shot it. Come on. Come the frick on. How is that? By the way, you guys, you cool people watching you eat? I can shut that off. Okay, cool. That was a good boss fight, or like mini boss fight, I have to say. Yeah, other people, yeah. Yeah, good job, Tugnut. MVP, take a shot in victory for that.
Oh, yeah, 1 second. Hold on.
Bree, take a shot of water, because we want you to have a baby. Man, that was a fight. That was enjoyable to run. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of all of you. Congratulations.
I'm not proud of me.
Oh yeah, the 2 whips were sad, but where's the?
That's very unlike Tugnut.
Yeah, no. My wife is there. She's just the one without the camera, and someone couldn't make it, so they are watching guard at the front of the dungeon. So that is fine. Riri, are you ready?
Yes, sir, ma'am.
Okay, cool. So, no, she didn't break it, Claw. Anyway, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna ignore chat. Claw Overdraw waves to you, everybody. He's waving.
Hi.
Hi. So, we're gonna get back into it now. The pummeled carcass of the bear with the missing head of the body. Baelish has surmised in her infinite wisdom that this may not be the noble's son that they've found. It does not look like somebody who was lost a few weeks ago. This guy looks like he's been in here for much, much longer. Everyone do a quick perception check, please.
9.
9. Okay.
20.
Nice.
19.
19. Okay. And then Claw Overdraw makes the party roll. Quick, everyone roll a d20. Sorry. It's just part of it.
17.
7.
9.
9. Okay. Claw, looks like you're taking 3 shots, homie.
12.
4 shots.
Wait, I said 17.
I know. Claw only rolled a 3, so he failed. He's taking 4 shots. Someone rolled in chat, so you're fine. But you're...
Wait. Oh, I'm taking shots.
No, you're not taking shots. Claw's taking a shot right now.
I see. Okay, I was like, who the fuck? Okay, it's Claw. Okay, got it.
It's Claw. He's taking 4 shots.
It's okay, Claw. I won't let you take it alone. I got you. Cheers.
All right, but Tugnut, you do not see it, but Riri and Baelish see one hallway of the opposite side, what the owlbear was technically quote-unquote guarding, beyond for 4 other eggs that are there as well that have been unharmed.
They look the same as the ones that were like hatched already.
Yes,
like the shells are the same looking.
Except for one is a slight greenish hue.
The center one?
One of them. Just it can be the
one.
center if you want it to be.
No, it clicked out, so I thought maybe you were.
No, one of the eggs has a greenish hue. The other ones are just white.
How big are they?
They're about a little bit larger than an ostrich egg.
Riri, can you fit them in your bag?
I think I might be able to. Let's try.
Okay, so you grab all 3 or all 4, and you stick them in your bag. You have
What? How big are they?
They're slightly bigger than an ostrich egg, each of them.
Oh,
So you have
never mind.
3 owlbear eggs and 1 egg of unknown origin, Riri.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put those under snacks for Cerberus in my bag.
Wait.
Okay.
Let me see those eggs. I'm gonna do a history check on the unknown egg.
On the unknown egg. Okay, go ahead.
Well, it's a nat 20, but hit -1, 19.
That's still enough. You recognize this in your adventures as a green dragon egg.
Oh, I knew it.
But it's a little
Riri.
small, which is odd.
Yeah, it's like, this isn't right for you to put in a bag. I think I'm gonna carry this.
What is it?
This is a dragon's egg.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I think, yeah, now might be a good time for contacting him.
Contacting Baron.
Yeah. 1 second. It's just gonna take me a minute. I know I put it here somewhere.
My chat is evil.
Sending. I'm gonna use sending.
Okay. How's that work?
So sending means that I can use telepathy to send a message
Okay.
to anyone I know,
Okay.
and they have the ability to reply back.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell Baron our location and say green dragon egg.
Okay. You send it, and you hear back. All right. Good to know.
What a dick.
Why were you just trying to tell them about a green dragon egg? They're not that special, but it is a dragon nonetheless.
Well, I think I should hold on to it.
No, you just said that you're trying to eat these things.
No,
And I'm all about... Did you just not say you were going to use it for snacks?
I said I was going to file them in next to the snacks for Cerberus, but I'm not going
Elf, what did you hear?
Dragon egg with that because dragons are special.
You didn't know that it was a dragon egg.
I hadn't really looked at it yet.
Elf, what do you think?
I think because of Baron, she's not going to let anything happen to that egg, but...
What's the section of the city theme song?
I'll keep it safe and warm.
If anything happens to this egg, that's on you, buddy. Just remember that.
I'm gonna try and detect its thoughts.
Okay. Sorry. Don't look at chat while you DM pace. So... What ability did you say you were going to do?
I'm gonna detect its thoughts.
Okay. Do a wisdom... You don't normally have to do this with a detect thoughts, but if you don't mind, Riri, do a wisdom check.
Nat 20.
Okay. As you attempt to detect thoughts, your natural inclination to frost magic as well permeates that power. And as you do that, the egg turns blue.
Do I detect any thoughts?
You do detect thoughts. They're in Draconic, though, so you can't quite really understand.
Actually, I know Draconic, thank you very much.
Oh, yes, you do. You hear in Draconic, I totally forgot, goo goo gaga. It's a baby.
Okay, it's doing good.
So, whatever that is, but the egg is now blue.
I'm gonna hold on to it and keep it close to my tummy.
Okay. It's a little cold as you do that.
Frost dragon.
It's a green dragon.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to ask for more help because I don't know how to take care of it.
Alright, I will drop... I don't want to do this, but I'm going to drop a hint here. Try your red robes on just to see what happens.
I don't want to hurt it.
It's a freaking...
He's trying to help you. He's trying to help you.
All right, fine. I'm gonna try my red robes on.
As you switch to your red robes, the dragon egg turns red.
If you don't know about dragons, because, you only, killed that one with me, which was super cool, by the way, just saying. Dragons, from what I understand, I'm dumb, though.
I'm going to intelligence check real quick, because I know what you're going to say.
2, but let me finish.
Okay.
Because I know it's so low now. Well, dragons, they're influenced by the power of the team. So, because there's 3 of us, well, technically, 4 of us, including Luke, it shows the strength of the team. That it's red, it shows that we're really strong. Just putting that out there.
Obviously.
Somehow don't think that's right.
Well, how many dragons have you fought? That's what I thought. I just walk away.
Are you walking down the hallway?
I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch back into my regular outfit.
All right, the egg turns blue.
So I think that
what happens? What happens when I pick it up? I hold my hands out to Riri.
Okay.
Sure. I hand it to her gently.
It starts shifting several colors, but lands on a sickly greenish purple.
Oh, I'm gonna take it back because that seems not good.
It turns blue again.
I think it's affected by its environment. So depending on what environment the egg is in, it's going to hatch a different type of dragon. So if it's exposed to more like fire magic, it's going to be a fire dragon. If it's exposed to more ice magic, which is what my normal alignment is, it'll have, more ice abilities. And it was being taken care of by an owlbear, which is kind of more like a regular earth, So that's why it was green before. I'm going to keep it and take care of it. I'm going to love it. I'm going to have a baby dragon.
I turn to go down the hallway, hit the back.
Okay, cool. And you follow Tugnut, with Cerberus and Luke kind of just trotting behind Tugnut. And then Riri, are you following?
Yeah, I'm just going to be thinking. I'm holding the dragon's egg and I'm thinking like loving thoughts at it.
It's still blue, but has a pinkish hue glow to it now. So as you guys walk down, adorable AF. As you guys walk down the hallway, oh my god, okay. Freaking Navi is so adorable. She's distracting me. Don't look at the screen. Remove Ty from the stream. Okay, cool. So as you guys walk down the hallway, you come to another T intersection. This time without a lever. On one side, there is a relief of some kind with a arcane torch above it, and on the other side looks like back to a normal mine shaft.
So it's 2 halls, you said?
Yeah, like in a T fashion. You're going down like the center part, and it splits into 2.
Can I sense anything down either hall?
All of you instantly sense an arcane presence coming from the picture, the relief.
Well, I'm gonna go for it.
Go down that way.
Okay.
I'll just follow behind them. I'm loving my dragon.
Okay. So as you walk up to it, anyone want to do any checks on this picture?
I want to do a perception check.
Okay.
Or a history check, actually.
Okay.
Perception for me.
Okay.
6.
And actually, Tugnut, I was going to say do that at advantage.
Oh, okay.
Specifically you.
Oh, okay. 9.
9. Dang it. And what'd you get, Baelish?
11.
Okay. Tugnut, you recognize orcish warriors from your past in this picture in some kind of great battle. But you're not really sure because you didn't pay attention to history classes, bro. Baelish.
I didn't even remember we had history classes.
Yeah, you understand.
Yeah.
Baelish, you do see 4 gems of various colors on each corner of this relief that look newer and fresher on this, not as weathered as the picture.
Can I pry them off?
You can attempt. What are you going to use to pry them off?
I have a dagger,
Okay.
so I want to try to just pop them off.
All right. There's a blue, red, green, and yellow one. Which one are you going to do?
Blue?
All right. As you try to, what's your armor class?
Oh no, 14.
14. Okay. As you try to pry the blue one off, your hand freezes instantly as you try to pry it, and as you pull, your skin starts to pull back a little bit, cutting your wrist. You take, where's just a D4? It's not going to be much because it's just your wrist here. Where did I put that thing? Hold on. Oh, there it is. I somehow lost my D4 for a minute. You take 2 damage straight up of frost. So your next attack with that hand, so remember, is going to be at disadvantage unless you heal it.
I down a potion.
Okay, cool. Just a minor one?
Yeah, minor.
Okay. This is a D4 to heal it.
2.
Okay, you get the health back. And your wrist heals itself back up, and the frostbite is gone.
Okay.
Now, what does everyone else do?
Well, I'm just waiting because I don't care. I mean, I already did a history check, so obviously I don't know too much.
And Riri's very distracted by her dragon egg and hasn't even noticed what's happened.
All right, then back to Bailey.
So-
What do you do?
Is it a hallway or is it just a room with a picture in it?
It's a hallway that leads to this picture, like at the end. You can tell that it was mined away, and then do a quick one more perception check around the hallway that you're in. What'd you get? Sorry.
13.
13. Okay, cool. You keep cutting out like every once in a while, so if I ask again, please don't be offended. So that's enough for you to see that as the hallway goes, it was no longer being mined. It's no longer looks like a mine shaft, but looks like a hallway with nice slabbed limestone walls and floor. It's like a halfway point.
So is there anywhere else to go? Does it just end here?
It ends here as far as you know.
I want to do like a Arcana check to see if there's any entrances that are hidden.
Okay. Go ahead. So you can tell there's some type of elemental magic coming from each of the crystals, but you also
Riri, stop pestering the egg. Come up here and do something with this.
What? What am I supposed to do?
There's something going on with these crystals. Can you look at them and see if there's anything of note?
Okay. I move up and I do an arcane check on the crystals.
Okay.
um, 5.
You're so distracted by this egg.
They're shiny.
No, you should just hit it.
Okay. I hit it.
I'm gonna move away because I don't want my egg to get hurt.
Alright, do a strength check. And what weapon are you using?
I was going to use my fist,
Alright, let's go.
and I rolled a 1.
What? Okay, sorry. You punch it, and that's a wall, homie. You can take damage because you're wearing your giant armor and gauntlets and all that, but yeah. Woo, best
Hold
punch
on.
ever punched.
Wait, you said there's jewels in here? Where? Where are they?
They're up in
Elf?
the corners. You can see them glowing.
Hold on, I got an idea. So I whip out my dagger, and I try to pry one out.
Which one? The blue one, the red one, the yellow one, or the green one?
Which one's prettiest, guys?
Blue.
Go for the red one, Tugnut. I tried the blue.
Okay, well I'm gonna go for the red one. So I try to pry out the red.
Alright, do a strength check on it.
16.
Oh hey, it was really hot, but you were able to pry it out.
Oh, hot potato. Oh shit.
Yeah, it is like very hot, and it lands on the ground, and it's smoldering. Like it's actually like, but you were able to get it out.
Bunny, quickly grab it. Bunny, grab it.
Huh? What? Oh, yeah. Grab what? Sorry?
Grab the gem, because you have fire abilities or whatever the magic you have.
Oh, why don't I just use Dispel?
I don't know. Why don't
Why
you?
didn't you do that before?
Well, nobody asked.
Okay, I grab that dragon egg from her, and then I'm smothering
as
it.
you grab it, it turns black.
Hmm.
You're gonna make it evil.
I'm not gonna make it evil. Hold on.
Do you know
Stupid.
what? Black
I grab my flute, and I start to try to play a lullaby.
Oh god.
Okay, do a performance check. God, I didn't know I have to like search shit for
Yeah.
Give it back.
22.
22. Oh. Okay, hold on. One
That's a
second.
great 22. I got this game. Just displaced it.
I have chairs in
I
my
mean,
house.
I'm gonna tattoo 22 on myself.
Okay,
Please give it back.
as you play the flute here, what do we get? Hold on, I actually have to look it up because there's a specific thing here. Sorry. Here we go. So as you play the flute, you guys hear this come out. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I'm dumb. There we go. And as he plays this, the dragon egg still is black, but it starts glowing a silver around it. And then it goes gold, back to silver, red, green, blue, purple, all the colors of the rainbow around it. And Tugnut, you feel a longing to protect this egg.
Can I do another history check for dragon stuff? Or
I would do.
let me do intelligence. Well,
Yeah, history would be fun. History.
yeah, I'll do history. Hold on. 10.
10.
And I want. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. What were you trying to?
I was just gonna say, if I'm correct, dragons are gonna choose what they want to be in the end.
Chromatic dragons are evil. Stop it.
You have no
They
idea
did
what
that.
you're doing to it, but whatever you are, you feel like the closest thing at the level of a father to a son. For the sake.
I'm sorry, buddy, but I can't do this. I keep the bunny with me, or the dragon egg with me.
Stop playing, and the
so
dragon egg
now-
goes back
so-
to black.
It's what?
It's back to black the moment you stop playing.
Okay.
So
I keep it, and it's like, Luke, how do you feel about having a brother?
Luke's like, brother. And
I
Cerberus
hate you.
jumps up and down.
Don't worry, bunny. You can be its aunt third removed. Don't worry. I don't care to see it after. I just want to make sure this dragon is safe and you're concentrated. You do rely on concentration, after all. I don't, as you can tell from my last fight.
So,
Like you.
I have this. So until we get to a safe spot, this dragon is permanently on my left arm
okay.
to hold it like a football.
All right. Riri, now that this happened, what do you do?
Contemplate leaving the party.
Jesus Christ.
It's okay because most of the party would go with me. The dog would go with me. The horses would go with me because
I don't
the
know.
wolves
I
would go
think
with
I think Tugnut and
Pointy likes
Cerberus
me
have a really good relation right now.
Cerberus just barks a little.
better. You're trying to take all my friends.
I'm not trying to take anything. I just want to make sure that this happens as safe as it can.
Mm-hmm.
I have some knowledge of dragons.
All right, I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make it so that he feels like he peed himself.
Okay. Tugnut, you feel you peed yourself.
Well, guess I had to use the bathroom. Let's go.
Then Tugnut actually pees himself.
Hey, buddy, you should maybe try to use Dispel now.
Fine.
Oh my god, that dog.
While she's dispelling, I'm gonna try to tug off the yellow gemstone or pry it off.
Okay, Dispel works first, overall. And so the gemstone comes out with no issue. And the relief crumbles and fades away, as well as the red gem, the yellow gem, the blue gem, and the green gem. They all just fade into non-existence.
I take
Now
all
give
the
me all
gems.
the egg
then.
back.
No gems. They're gone. They're gone.
Oh, they're gone. We're not out of the woods yet, bunny, or out of the cave because we're in a cave. Mine. What are we in, elf?
We're in a mine.
We're not out of the mines yet, bunny.
So, beyond it, you do see a room full of arcane torches, a fountain with some strange purple liquid coming out of it, and 6 people surrounding you in purplish.
Can I do a history check on the water?
You would have to get closer.
Okay. But how do I know it's... Oh, okay,
With
never mind.
my awesome hearing, can I hear anything that they're saying?
They're not saying anything. They're just surrounding this fountain.
Is there any place I can sneak in closer and like see what they're doing?
Do a stealth check. What'd you get?
24.
24. Oh yeah, you're stealth. You are stealth. So you walk in. Yeah, and it's again, like kind of a smooth domed room. Lit by several arcane torches. Not much is in here. No other doors. No like thrones that you're used to when you enter these type of rooms, because you're kind of getting used to that. Of like, ah, crap, here we are again. Just these 6 men. And
Bunny, if I give this... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And this fountain. They each have purple robes. You can't see their faces, because they're all kind of facing away from you at any angle.
Can I sense like any evil or anything like that?
This is where all the arcane energy was being held, but evil, good, chaotic, otherwise you really can't sense.
Bunny, do you have any protection spells?
Yes.
Put it on the egg.
Alright. One moment. I'm going to be casting a couple. I'm going to cast Shield and Blade Ward.
Okay.
And on the egg.
Okay.
I guess that's all I can do right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I can do right now.
Alright, now what are you guys doing?
Hold on, let me see what I have.
Because they haven't seen you guys yet.
I'm in stealth, so I kind of say F it, and
Alright.
I pull out my bow and aim right for the head of the one closest to me, and shoot.
Okay. Do a dexterity check. Are you using your normal bow or your radical bow? Normal bow or radical bow?
Radical bow.
Alright.
You said dexterity?
Yeah.
Uh, 14.
Bo's like, alright, I guess. And like you shoot at these guys. And you said 14, correct? Okay, cool. It arcs over them while being kind of blocked by electrical energy and thrown into the ground on the opposite side. And they all turn around and they take off their hoods.
Why did you shoot at them? What? That's very unlike you. What's going on? That's me. What? Hold on.
They like start looking around and
Why don't you hand me the egg and you can charge into battle?
Don't know about these things yet. And if I had it my way, I would have given you the egg in a little bit. But I need to see something. This doesn't feel right.
They all turn around and they're like, what? They start murmuring, and you see there's an elf, an orc, a human, a dwarf, a gnome, a dragonborn, and rabbit folk. All around. And
I put the I put the egg away,
okay.
like just in you know the satchel because it fits. It's just barely larger than a ostrich egg, and I start walking closer. It's like, sorry for the elf. She doesn't like to think like I do. You know how elves are. Sorry, I don't really mean it that way, but they're not as brilliant as us orc folk.
And you hear the orc go, "Yes, brother, that is true."
Yeah. We're looking for someone. It's some kid. What is he, elf? You took the job.
He's just a human.
Yeah.
Just a human. Some kid. That's all I know. Have you seen a kid anywhere?
You see the human, about 15, 16 years old. He takes off his hood and he's like, "I'm the only human here. First, who are you people?
Your father sent us.
Well, we don't know if it's his dad, because remember the last guy? Oh, that guy got his brains peckered out like, oh, that was, oh, not as bad as I did to that owl, though.
Oh,
Anywho.
Somebody? Oh, no, says the little boy. He's like, oh, well, at least she's full. We don't have to feed her tonight, boys. And they're all like, oh, we're out of miners. And they all just kind of like laugh a little bit.
Right. Right, guys. Anywho.
The bun folk kind of hops ahead and it's a little man. He's like, Corbin, you weren't supposed to tell your father you were here to go through the ritual. This complicates things. And he's putting his little paws together, just clapping them back and forth.
What's the, I try to mimic his movement, and I'm just like, what things?
And the bun folk looks up you, the elf kind of approaches you real quick, and you can kind of see him zap through this shield slightly. And he walks right up to you, Tugnut, and he's like, well, how much do you know about our Lord and Savior Kesmek?
I just start walking backwards. It's like, enough.
Enough? Okay. Well, we tried to bring him back a few months ago, and he just stopped.
While he's talking, I like unhatch the egg, and I tell Riri to put it in the bag.
Okay.
Or like I whisper, well, and
I do it.
Okay. He's like, well, a few months back, we were requested by our brother here, and he gestures over to the Dragonborn, who bows a little, to help out with a summon he's working on, and it seemed to have worked. And then nothing happened, so we're attempting again to bring back Kesmek.
What is a summon that you guys try to do?
Well, first, every race needs to come together. And we sacrifice some spiders, some people. We use the miners here. Don't worry, we're not a cult. We do this all the time. It's okay. They were volunteers, outside of a few of them. And we just try to bring back a living god known as Kesmek, who can weave out our futures. And they all say in unison, "Weave out our futures."
Did it make you guys very uncomfortable? Or would it make you uncomfortable if I told you that I killed that last thing? With my buddy Luke here, of course.
Luke's like, yeah,
right, Luke.
down! And they all like
it was awesome.
look at each other, and they're like, yes, like kind of in unison. Just it would. Why would you kill Kesmek? He is the weaver of tales, the teller of the future.
Kesmek literally tried to kill me, so I did the opposite. What is it that humans call self-defense? Yeah.
You hear the dwarf
that
pick up. There's no reason. He's a peaceful god.
How is he a peaceful god?
He only
when he
explains
tried
the
to
future.
kill me.
He's our path to wealth, our knowledge.
Okay, well, what if I could tell you that if you guys go bring this boy back, you guys get all the money, and there, bam, you're wealthy. And if you want knowledge, I mean, I'm pretty smart myself because I'm an orc.
The orc goes, yes, this one looks quite smart. Do a persuasion check real quick. Tugnut friggin' talks his way out of this.
Persuasion?
Yes.
18.
God dang it. I can't deny the dice. You all look at each other and they look.
Like if I can have a camera above my dice tray, I would love to do that just to prove the rolls that I do.
It's fine, man. It's fine. I trust you. So they all look back at the boy, and the boy goes, "What? I bought the robes."
Yeah, well, that was a waste of money.
They go,
"Fuck."
We thought you were too young, and so the Dragonborn grabs the boy and throws him at you. He's like, take him. We will find another human who's willing, and as well as old enough to understand. And the boy's like, but no, I want to with Gasmic. I want this.
Boys, shut up. How long does it take you to summon these things, by the way?
They look at each other. Takes a year of concentration, roughly.
I look back at the elf, or I turn around while they're, whatever. We have the boy, and I look at the elf and the bunny, and I'm like, should we let him live, or should I get rid of him?
Then the gnome goes, should you what?
I said,
He just
should I
likes
let
to
you
kill
live, or should I get rid of them because you guys tried to kill us the last time?
We didn't do crap! I'm gonna have your ass! And you see him start melding some greenish magic around his hands. Everyone roll for initiative.
That answers that question.
I would give a
nice.
boss fight one way or the other.
For a second. It's not like he was gonna actually do anything. We'd have talked him down.
Alright, hold on, guys.
3.
Okay, Baelish is 3.
9.
Okay, Riri is 9. Okay. Tugnut, what are you at after you take your pre-battle?
19.
Oh my god. So 19. And...
I realized last fight, I have a passive extra attack, so I could have done 4 attacks that last time.
Shut up. Okay. Okay, hold on. I gotta write all these down. Oh, hey, look at that. That's good. So many guys here. Okay. That's kind of crap. And then there. Alright, so we are hitting the top of the hour mark, so we're actually going to take a quick break before we go to the next battle. Okay? I broke the seal, so this is more for me.
Alright.
So we'll take a 3 to 5 minute break, and then we're going to get into a battle against some cultists. So we'll see you guys soon. And we are back. Let me set up. Oh, let me turn on the battle music itself. There we go. So,
How many are there?
There's 6 of them.
6 of them.
Including the human. So, do with that information as you will.
I shout over to Tugnut. I'm like, Tugnut, try not to kill the human. Try to knock him out first.
That's on you. That's not on me. I'm on the killing business, not on the I'm gonna knock you out to keep you safe kind of business. And I say that while I'm turning over the face
you're
over.
holding on to him currently?
Okay, so then I throw him. I just throw him back.
1 second, guys. Because guess who gets to go first?
Not us.
The human. He gets to go first.
Oh, okay. So I'm holding him then,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. So 6.
I know what I can do. If it gets to me in time.
Sorry. 1 second. I'm writing the turn order down. Eerie.
Did you get put out? Oh, your camera cut out for a second.
Camera just.
Alright, cool. So the human gets to go first, and he is being you're grappling him, right, Tugnut?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you grab him, he looks up you in the eyes, and his eyes turn instantly that sick green that you know from your last time you fought Kesmet. And mist starts coming out of him, as well as his nose and his mouth. And out of his mouth, little spiders start coming out as he's murmuring some incantation. And they
No, hold on. Wait.
Aliens, the spiders come out. What do you do? What's going on?
Oh, wait. Oh, that's all he's doing?
At the moment, before his second action.
Luke comes over. I have Luke come over. It's like, quickly, Bruce, get over here. I asked him to do killer breaths.
Okay, Luke does killer breath. Roll a constitution check for that. I think that's what it is for killer breath.
18.
18, so that works. That cuts down the spiders by half that start weaving webs around you.
Okay, so I toss the human right in front of Riri. It's like, do something about it.
Okay.
And I start walking towards running towards the other 5.
Okay, so now it is actually your turn, Tugnut, as well. So you start running towards the other 5. Just know that rolls during this time, due to the spiders that are still surrounding you and weaving their tight webs around you, your next rolls this turn are going to be a disadvantage.
Disadvantage on dex or disadvantage on strength?
Disadvantage
all.
on rolls.
Okay. So I go into rage
Okay.
because these things piss me off.
All right.
And then I'll both unsheath Bloodbane and Drake Sword, and I call for, while I'm running, I also call for Bluke. Does that count as an action, or is just can I say that's passive?
Yeah, that's passive because basically you get a turn and Bluke gets a turn within your turn. So
okay.
Outside of your abilities, you get 1 attack and 1 whatever, and Bluke gets 1 attack and 1 whatever.
Okay, so Bluke's with me. He's on Cerberus,
Okay.
but I take Bluke off and I hurl him towards the gnome.
Okay.
With the silver sword out.
Okay.
And I just hurl him over to it, and I try to plow to make my way towards the gnome. Is there anyone in between me and the gnome, or are they lined up horizontally? Like
they're kind of. So the gnome is the closest one to you, but they're all surrounding a fountain. So you are close to the elf and the gnome currently. Baelish is close to the and the human, because you got all 3. Baelish is close to the human and the elf, and Riri is not close to any of them. The other ones are on the opposite side of everyone else.
So, in the meantime, I try to use my sword as a boomerang, but to circle around the fountain to try and hit all of them. And in the meantime, while that's happening, I'm going over with Bloodbane to go after the elf. And just in the event if it misses. I know that's a lot.
That's a
like
lot. Okay, what are you doing first? Let's take that.
Okay, very first thing.
Yeah.
I toss Blook over to the goblin.
Strength check. Over to who?
9.
9. Okay. Who were you talking to?
The gnome.
The gnome. You overshoot the gnome by about 80.
Okay, where does Blook land?
He is now actually. It's a blessing in disguise. He's on the opposite side of the fountain. Blook is now the closest to the Dragonborn, the dwarf, and actually just the Dragonborn, the dwarf, is not close to the other ones.
Okay, and just a heads up, Cerberus is still running forward.
Yep.
So
Avery has control over Cerberus.
Okay. And next, I take Drake's sword and I throw it left ways.
Okay.
So it'll circle around the fountain, but still in an attempt to hit all of the other people on the way over.
Like, doing calculations on 4 White Claws is hard, but okay. Go ahead and, again, this time, because you're using... Is Drake's Sword or Bloodbane the one that has the boomerang ability?
Drake's Sword has a boomerang ability.
Okay, dexterity for that boomerang ability.
Oh, night 20, yes!
Freaking work!
I shit you the fuck not, so 22. Shit you the fuck not.
Freaking
Or you can come over here and look if you need her to.
Yeah, go ahead. That's okay. That's
yeah. Look at this.
All right, that's cool. What's Drake's Sword do? A D20 worth of damage on each of them?
A D20 worth of damage worth each of them, but because I am enraged and there is... Oh, that's an extra attack, so I guess it doesn't matter. But I have Savage Attack, so nat crits hit twice.
Jesus. Okay. I'm not even gonna ask you to roll damage. You kill the elf, you kill the dwarf, and you kill the dragonborn.
Oh wait, that's not all of them because it's going all the way around.
Yes, in that direction that you threw it, that's who it kills. Now, are you trying to make it come all the way back to where you kill the human and the gnome as well?
No, the human's behind me because I tossed him behind.
Okay, yeah.
The gnome is the only thing that's the gnome, and you said there's one more that's close to me because you said there's 6 in total.
Yeah, so there's
the human,
the dragonborn, the dwarf, the gnome, and then what was the last one?
The orc.
Oh no, the orc. Yes, and then there's a bun folk, so there's actually 7. Sorry.
Okay, so there's 7. So the human's behind, but you said that I only hit 3 of them.
Yeah, so you hit the gnome, you hit the dragonborn, and you hit the orc, killing all of them.
Okay, but it's circling around the entire fountain.
Right. So now it's coming back to hit the bun folk. So it. Hold on 1 second. I'm just gonna do this thing. Above 15, 17. All right. It kills the bun folk too.
Okay.
And you catch Bloodbane. Or catch the Drake Sword. It does not matter how.
It doesn't reach the other ones. Okay, fine. So then I start running. I'm continuing for my last action. I'm going to.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start running towards the other one with Bloodbane in my hand. Wait, I have an extra attack. I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna go over to attack the. I have 2 extra attacks when I think about it, but I'm gonna go over to the closest one next to me that is on the path of, which is I don't know if it's the orc or the
is the
other
orc and the gnome.
Which one? So I'm assuming it's the gnome.
They're both like equal distance.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go for the gnome and attack it.
Okay, go ahead. Roll a d20 on this one. Like this is a separate attack.
17.
Okay. How much damage are you doing and with what weapon?
Bloodbane. So.
Keep in mind, Bloodbane
3.
uses Siphon's health for you.
What's that?
However much damage you do with Bloodbanes, how much health you get back?
No, it's heal and kill. You said.
Oh, heal and kill. Okay.
Yeah, it's on kill, not for whatever. So.
Okay.
So that was 3, 6. So 11.
Freaking dude's dead.
All right, and then I use my third attack to go after the orc.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll d20. All this tells me is that next time I create a boss fight, I have to triple the power because of freaking Tugnut.
12.
12. Yeah, that misses.
Okay, well, my turn's done. I can't do anything else.
Okay, skip one. Riri, your turn. You freaking see
So what? There's like a half of a person left.
There's the human. There's
the human and the orc. No, the elf's dead.
Oh yeah, the elf says.
All
So
right,
the
I'm
human,
going to.
Yeah, it's just the human and the orc.
yeah, human and orc.
What's the human doing?
He's still summoning spiders out of his mouth.
All
And
right, I'm gonna
he's right in
cast
front of you because I
blind
tossed him
on
right in front of you.
Yeah. What was that, honey?
The human. I'm casting blind and deaf on the human.
Okay. You're not sure if it works because he's still doing the same thing.
Just
But it might, stop him. But
It does not. Yeah, spiders are still pouring out of his mouth.
all right. In that case,
I'm gonna send a
going
beholder at
to.
Tugnut. I swear to God.
I'm gonna walk over to him quickly and grab his tongue and freeze just his tongue.
Okay. As you do that, your natural ability freezes his inside. He passes out, and the spiders stop pouring out. But there are some that got all over you as well. A couple hundred.
That's okay. I'll burn those.
All right. Now it is actually Baelish's turn.
so is the human? Is he dead or just knocked out?
He's knocked out. The last
Okay.
is the orc.
I kind of am just standing there with my bow, like, the fuck?
Because Tugnut just wipes out rooms. God, imagine if Tugnut was here too. Freaking what?
So I take my bow and aim it right for the orc and fire off 2 shots. I aim one for his head and one for his chest.
All right, 2 dex checks then.
First one is 15,
Jesus.
and second one is 15.
Roll for damage on both of those.
And it's a D6, which is where'd it go? Oh, right there. You said D6 or D8?
D8. That's what I said.
Oh, I wrote down the wrong one. Where'd it go? There it is. 4. So 7 and 9.
The dude's dead. He falls straight back. And dies. So, future Titus, when you review this video, Beholder on Tugnut, Mind Flare on Baelish, and Ultra Wizard on Riri. Just throw those at them. There may be a fight, who knows.
I'm pretty sure that they can handle that stuff, but I'm pretty sure no matter what you create in the future, I'm gonna be one shot.
Basically Mysterio from Spider-Man,
Yes.
so I got to write you. Anyway. Alright. The room falls silent. Everyone is dead except for the human boy. He is not.
Can I do an investigation check on the bodies, just for loot purposes?
Yeah, sure.
I want to as well.
Alright.
Just so you know, blind and deaf, he will remain for another hour.
That's fine.
I have 12.
Okay.
And I have 20.
Fuck you.
You both find 5 robes of Kadzmek. Yeah.
Last
Last time you had one, and you remember what that did. The exact stats from that old character sheet, or if you can find them. Okay, controlling spiders, turns you chaotic evil. There's 5 of those.
Can I look for stuff?
You find the same thing that they did, but once you roll, you may find something different.
16.
16. You find about 80 feet worth of spider silk rope.
Ooh, can I search for specifically spider silk?
Yeah, go ahead.
12.
You find as well 80 feet worth, separately from what you found. Also,
Can I? Oh, go ahead.
Before you, Baelish, you feel a slight pull towards that coin pouch in your pocket.
I flip it.
Alright, you just pull out the coin and flip? Alright, cool. Roll a d6 and let me know if it's even or odd.
I'm gonna collect the robes that I can.
Okay. What is it? Alright, add 6 corruption.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Why is it 6 this time?
6 this time. And, best part, you still don't know what that does. I love it.
I want to do an investigation check on the water,
Okay,
the fountain.
go right ahead.
You said I found 5 robes?
Yes.
I walk over to the boy who is knocked out and tie him up, and then also gag him,
Okay.
so that way when he comes to, he can't
You're
summon
down to,
anything.
How much total spider? Because I know you had some before. How much total spider silk do you have?
I had 80, and then I had my spider silk whip, but I also had 100 feet of regular rope.
Okay, are you using regular rope or spider silk?
Both.
Okay, you're down to 70 regular and 65 spider silk. What'd you say, Tugnut?
I wanted to do an investigation check on the fountain and the water with it.
And what'd you roll?
I moved my dice, so I gotta redo it.
Go ahead, roll first then. That's fine.
18.
18. It is corrupted blood. You don't know what that is, but you've heard of it, and you know it to be some dark magic terribleness.
Bunny. I don't know about this, but could you use some blood? Oh wait, no, I know who could use blood. Hold on. Does anyone here have any vials?
Yeah, I've got some vials. How many do you need? I've got some very large ones, actually.
Oh, just give me a couple of those. My sister's gonna love this shit.
I'll give him 2 large vials, and then I'm gonna fill 2 of my own.
Okay. They're all full of corrupted blood. Riri, what are you doing?
I'm putting the corrupted blood vials in my bag.
Okay.
And then I'm going to set fire to the rest of it.
Alright, cool. As she says fire to it, the entire room lights up in a reddish blue flame, nearly purple, as you guys leave, and that is where we will end for tonight.
Oh wait, I do want to say this before we leave. I look over to the elf. It's like, you gotta teach me how to teach that bow sometime. Because the bow is dexterity, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to learn how to use that bow sometime. And then we walk off into the fake sunset.
You guys leave the room.
Hey, Pointy, do you ever get the feeling that Tugnut's planning on killing us one day and taking all of our stuff?
I'm not gonna do that. I can hear that.
Sorry, I
Alright,
meant to whisper
guys.
that.
That was a good night. Give yourselves a clap. Congratulations, you guys wrecked my entire campaign this evening by one-shotting everything, Tugnut. You're the MVP. I raised my
Do we
glass
level
to
up
you.
yet?
Yeah, do we level up? Because we
Not
went
yet.
through. I think we
No,
went
I have a...
we went through 3
'cause-
engagements.
What? We're doing event leveling up, and you guys are nowhere near that.
Hey,
What?
those
So
were
you can't power buff your campaign based off of events.
Yes, I can, because I can't go over a certain amount of numbers.
Ah.
There's a max I can do, and I did not max out here. Like, I hate saying this, but you're gonna have to trust me.
All right, no, that's fine, whatever.
You're
I guess.
gonna have to trust me. Okay.
I guess.
That was not worth a level up. You remember what happened last time you guys leveled up?
Not really. It's been
You
a while.
freaking killed
Yeah.
a mind flayer who was about to take over the largest city on the continent.
I'm not sure we really killed it.
You
know,
did.
I
He
think we
was
delayed its
eviscerated.
plan.
His guts were everywhere.
We killed the mind
but-
player. You're thinking of that vampire. We didn't kill the vampire.
You yeah, there's that too. Like, you guys, the last time you guys leveled up, you earned it. Like, there's chapter in my mind. Like, here's some inside.
So
baseball,
you're
there's
saying
chapter
if-
bombs.
So you're okay. I thought you were talking about stream
Never
events
gonna
for a
let it level
second.
up.
No. There's
Yeah, I was gonna say stream events. That's unfair.
no. There's points in the story that it's like, okay, level up or you die. Like,
Okay, I get that then.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I'll give you there as long as you're giving yourself checks and balances. So
And like if you guys run into a hard place that you're not like, I will only kill your characters if you do something stupid to get your characters killed. If it gets too hard, I can power scale it, but I still let the dice decide.
yeah,
So
fair.
there's all that. But anyway, thank you guys for joining us for Drunken Dragons tonight. Everyone say goodbye.
Bye.
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 Where's the exit button? Hold on. Is this it? That's not it. Where is it?
It's this
There
one
it
right
is!
there.
There's
Just
the
click
ending
that
screen.
button.
All right, good night,
You
everybody.
see that?